So we're back where we left it. Time to play some more ooey gooey visual novel game. By the time I finished making Tama's food, the sun was already set and the stars had come out to play. Where is Tama's mother anyway? By the time I'm finished making Tama's food, the sun has already set and the stars have come out to play. Did I just repeat? What? I'll flick on the light, then take. I flick on the light, then take a seat by Tama's side, at a low table in my dining/living. Fuck. I don't know why I was doing that. So, I set up a plate of omelet rice on the table before my young guest. I only made one portion, but I'm starting to regret it. The omelet rice looks really good, pretty good. If I do say it myself. The omelet is an even yellow color, a little like the pudding you might buy at a convenience store, but less artificial. Okay, my controller's doing this on me, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why they have it like this. So, every time you click move forward, you is there a way to fix that? No. No, it's just like that. The smooth, unbroken omelet is topped with ketchup and filled with rice. The rice itself was fried in a wok, and it's filled with chopped up bits of sausage, carrots, and peas. Don't chop peas. No. No. True to my words, there's not a single green pepper in sight, whole or diced. The meal was rather simple to make, and I slapped it together with a few ingredients still in my fridge. I needed to use up my eggs before they went rancid, and the carrots had been living uneaten in the bottom shelf of my fridge for more than a week. I'm not that bad of a cook at cooking, but I don't really like cooking for myself. I can't get fired up when I'm the only person who'll eat the finished product. I stutter way too much. Maybe it sounds spoiled, but if I'm gonna put my work into it, I like to be complimented for it. What's the point in trying if nobody knows how much effort you expended? During my time in the city, I've been subsisting mostly on microwave meals and instant noodles. I bought a bunch of groceries when I first moved in with the lofty, idealistic thought that I would take care of my health and eat 5 fruits or vegetables a day, but that didn't happen. Oh well, at least I had the chance to show off my cooking prowess. Today, I guess I'm gonna pick up those eggs. I guess picking up those eggs wasn't a complete waste. No. Give me a minute, I'm gonna mute myself to get ready for this. Mitsuku! Did you make this by yourself? This is... That's right, while you're watching your silly kids anime. Pretty Magical Girls is not silly. Right, I'm sorry. What I meant to say is while you're watching your very smart and clever kids anime, Pretty Magical Pumpkin isn't for kids, adults watch it too. What I meant to say is while you're watching your very smart and clever kids anime, damn it, I did it again. Well, maybe weirdos like... Well, maybe some weirdos do. Well, maybe some weirdos do. Like those god-awful bronies. But don't pay attention to the jar on my windowsill, please. Do not pay attention to that. That does not exist. Do not ask what's in it. It's just full of mustard. I gotta throw it out. Mama watches it with me, and she isn't a weirdo. Fucking controller. Mama likes pumpkin too. She does. I'm sure she does. At least, I'm sure that's what she tells Tama. Parents are always lying to their kids, either to shut them up or to make them happy. It can work in short term, but I remember feeling pretty betrayed when I learned Santa wasn't real. Wait, Santa's not real? No. God, the PTSD. Anyway, as I was saying, while you're watching your very smart and clever anime, which can be enjoyed both by adults and children worldwide. I was slaving away in the kitchen preparing this meal just for you. It's made from leftovers, but I hope you like it. Leftovers? Tama pokes her fork in the omelet's soft yellow exterior. But it looks like something that came from a restaurant. My child's voice is very, very god-awful. A 5-star restaurant, no doubt. I don't know about 5-star, but it looks like that omelet from Petit Jardin. Petit Jardin, huh? I butcher languages pretty easily. This is the reason why I don't read out loud. I'm bad at this. I'm very bad at this. I'm more better at improvising than anything. Jetta Jadens is a popular, well-known chain of family restaurants that serves cheap and cheerful meals for kids and Belgariad parents to exhaust the cook for them. Stop using big words. Me shoot go pew poo. Me kill people with gun in Apex. I lived out in the countryside when I was a kid, but whenever I went shopping with my parents then in the nearest city, we always stopped at a Petajeddin. I think I celebrate a couple birthdays there too. It always does that without my consent. Having my food compared to a restaurant's isn't that bad, I guess, but I'm proud of my cooking, at least pretty much my only skill. It's pretty much my only skill. I'd rather have it liked to something a little more classy. Oh well, it's only an omelet, right? So what do you expect? To a little kid, Tama Petajeddin is probably an impetum in fine dining. I'm glad you think it looks good. It looks good, too good. Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think it looks good. It looks too good. You didn't buy this from the store, did you? Of course not. I didn't leave the apartment. You saw me. I would never be irresponsible enough to leave a little kid here on our own. Who do you think I am? Your mother? Maybe you didn't leave, but you could have called someone to bring the food to you. I know all about that, you see. I'm not stupid. You can't trick me. It's called home delivery. Ah, that's very clever, Tama. But this isn't delivery food. Nobody knocked on the door, and you didn't see anybody else entering this room, right? Well, no, but I made this food myself, and I made it just for you. Really? That's right. You made it? For me? That's what I said I was gonna do, isn't it? But I said lots of mean things to you. It's alright. I forgive you. You said mean things to me because I was mean to you first. I cooked for you because I wanted to make you feel better. Think of it as an apology. I didn't want you to be sad. It'd be much, much better if we could both be friends, right? We can be friends? Sure we can. You're the one who said it first. I don't want you to hate me, so I tried my best. Now, why don't you try some of your food? Omelette rice tastes most delicious when it's still warm. You have to hurry. Ah, that's right. I have to hurry. Have to hurry. Chanting that under her breath, Tama picks up the fork and plunges it into pronging into the side of the omelet. The omelet breaks beneath the force of Tama's fury, and steam escapes from the heart of my culinary creation. Tama's nostrils twitch like a rabbit. She swallows, and then... Itadakimasu. Thank you for the food. She scoops a forkful of rice and omelet with gracious amount of ketchup on her lips. Her motions with her fork are a little awkward, and she drops a few kernels of rice onto her plate while she's blowing on her food. I guess it isn't the most skilled. She isn't the most skilled with a knife and fork, but her but her effort is valiant nonetheless. Awkwardly, she slides the fork into her mouth. She chews, pressing the food from one cheek to the other. What is she, like some kind of fine wine expert or some shit? What, she gonna spit it in the bucket? For walking? I watch and wait. I know my food looks good, but what about the taste? I hope it's to the liking. I hope I get the approval of a small child I met in a park, in a random place, in a city. I don't know her at all, but I hope she likes my omelet rice. If she doesn't, I don't know what I'll do with my life. And then, to my immense relief, I'm so bad at this. I can do more adult noises, but I cannot do child noises. It's really good. It's really delicious. I sound like a freaking teenager and I hate it. Do you like it? Yeah. It tastes just as good, no, better than an omelet rice at Pizza and Jaden. Wait, I want to do something. From now on, this is going to be just the way I say it, no matter what. It tastes good no better than the omelet rice at Pizza and Jaden. Well, I'm glad my handmade food is better than frozen pre-packaged omelets they serve there. Thomas scoops up another forkful of rice and chews. This is amazing. I didn't even know guys could cook. Sure we can. If we work at it, everything gets easier with practice. You know, one thing Xbox should really do is they should make it so you can customize your controllers to adjust the dead zones so you can have a temporary fix for drift. You know? Huh? X-Men? Huh? Steam does it. Sure we can. Okay, yeah, I already read that. We have cooking classes at school sometimes, but the boys always complain. Kichichi says only girls wearing aprons. Sound like this Kiichi will make a very Huh? 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 Did Miss Mitsuki just find out the fucking ginger of this dude right away? Sounds like this Kiichi will make a very attractive husband later on in life. What do you mean? Nothing, just talking to myself. What do you make in cooking class anyway? Last time we made fruit salad. Salad. I think that I made that back in elementary school too. I wasn't very good at it. You're much better at cooking than I am, Mitsuki. Well, I am older than you. I guess. You know what? What? I think your cooking might be even better than my mom's. Mama's. Mama's. Than your mother's. That is high praise. Mama tries to cook every day, but she doesn't always have the time. She always busy at work. Tama frowns. Maybe she likes this. Maybe she'd like the omelet rice too. Maybe it would make her happy. I should save some for her when she comes back home. If she comes back home. Tama bows her head, shoulders slumped. All of a sudden she looks utterly drained. Her expression is even colder than everything. The evening sky outside my apartment. She really must be worried about her mom, huh? Usually it's the other way around. Aren't parents supposed to worry about their kids instead? I glance at the clock on my wall. It's almost 8 now. It's pitch dark outside. Where in the world is Tama's mother? She's been gone for hours. Tama, are you alright? I'm fine. But you look kinda down. I said I'm fine. I'm not even sad. Crying will make the food taste salty, so I can't cry. I don't want to ruin my meal. Tama scoops up another forkful of rice and stuffs it into her mouth. Then another, and another, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Another one bites the rice. Another one bites the rice. She's eating so quickly her cheeks are starting to puff up like a hamster. Maybe she's trying to drown her sorrows in carbohydrates. What is with this dude? He failed school. And he bothers to learn words like carbohydrates. Wait, did he fail school or was he a dropout? I don't know which one, but he's taking extra classes before, which he said was full of people. Yeah, he's doing charm school. So how the fuck does he know all these words? We've all been there, but if she keeps this up, she'll make herself sick. Also, who even uses that word in like regular ass thought when you're describing something? Or again, a conversation, who would use that? Hey, slow down, yo. Choke. I guess my warning came a little too late. I reach across the table and pat Tama on the back. I don't want to hit her too hard. She's a young girl, not a baseball. What kind of analogy is that? What? But I don't want to have to expatiate in my apartment. Again, such big words. Yet he's taking charm school. That would be pretty hard to explain in court, though death by omelet rice does not have a certain ring to it. I raced across. Okay, controller, I understand you're broken. Please stop. Maybe it would be a good name for a band. At this point, Tama's cough started to subside. I let my hand fall from her back and look at her, concerned. Are you alright, Tama? Do you feel any better? A little. Thank you, Mitsuki. There's no problem. Your big brother is here to look out for you. Oh God, never do that. Never do that. Imagine like a stranger is having your kid, and then the kid comes when you come to get your kid, and they're just sitting there calling this random stranger she met in the park Oni-chan. Oh no. Crap, did I just say something incredibly corny? No, you said it in something you should never say to a stranger's kid. Let's try and change the subject. You should chew your food before you swallow it, Tom. Didn't your mother tell you that? She did, but I couldn't help it. I was so hungry and the food tastes so good. I'm glad you like my food, but it's not worth dying over. You worried me there for a second. A second there. I did? Yeah, you're in my house. So you're under my protection. I need to look after you. Honestly. Yeah, I know. Honestly, this controller. Where did I put it? When it comes to kids, you can't take your eyes off them, not for a second. I'm sorry, Mitsuki. I'll try to be more careful. I don't want to make anybody worry about me. I don't want to get in the way. But I do. Anyways. Maybe that's why Mama isn't coming back. Tama. This atmosphere is getting a little too heavy. The sound of falling rain outside my window doesn't help. Tama's annoying when she's screaming and pouting and making fun of me, but I found that preferable to her tears. I don't want her to be sad. Seeing her so wan and withdrawn, her lower lip trembling, it's breaking my heart. I can't stand it. How could her mother abandon her like this? She must be a cruel, heartless person. When I see her, if I see her, I'm gonna give her a piece of my mind. I'll stride right up to her and tell her, Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? I'm sorry to bother you, but it's cold and wet out here. I can't help myself. Oh, I'm so worried. If you're here, please let me in. My name is Hiro. I'm looking for my daughter. Tama's mother doesn't look what I how I imagined her. I was picturing a grumpy, ill-tempered woman, like an evil stepmother from a fairy tale, content to leave her poor young daughter in the cold and rain. But the actual woman in my apartment, kneeling at my low wooden table, is completely the opposite of that. Tama's mother, Himura, did she say her name was? It's hardly an evil, twisted old stepmother. For one thing, she's Tama's birth mother, and for another, there aren't any wrinkles, there's no gray hairs, there might not even be any purplish blue bags that look like bruises underneath her eyes, and her skin might be a touch too pale, but other than that, she doesn't look a day over 25. She's probably around the same age as I am, maybe a couple years older. give or take. I can't exactly call her fresh-faced. She looks too tired for that. But there's something kind of soft about her, I guess. If I had to sum it up, her looks in a single word, it'd probably be pretty. She's not breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. Ridiculously gorgeous like a Hollywood actress on a big screen. She's nothing like a Keanu Reeves. But I'm kind of prefer that. I kind of prefer that. It makes her seem a bit more approachable, and besides, most people don't have teams of makeup artists following them around all day. We can't all aspire to be like Scarlett Johansson. It's just not realistic. Yeah, that's why you go for Keanu Reeves. He's got the looks, and he's a good person. Himuro sips the green tea I served her in a measured, ladylike way. Her lips, she isn't even wearing lipstick, resting against the rim of a cup like two flower petals. Her motions are very graceful, and watching her drink is starting to make me feel thirsty. She'd probably boost sales if she appeared in adverts. Why didn't I make myself an extra cup of tea anyway? I guess I got so caught up in not Scarlett Johansson down-to-earth beauty I just forgot. Mama, I missed you. Tama leans against her mother's side, nuzzling her head against her shoulder like a little lion cub. Tama. Hiro's tired eyes, which look older than the rest of her face, crinkle with relief. She sets her cup of tea on the table with a precise motion. Did she study tea ceremony as a kid or something? What's with the perfect posture? And she smiles at her daughter. I'm sorry, I got so late, I really am. You must have been worried sick. It's okay, Mama. I wasn't worried, not even one bit. That little liar. Himuro looks like she just as skeptical as I am, because she pursues her lips together and frowns. Are you sure you weren't worried? Well, maybe a little. I wasn't lonely. I was with Mitsuki the whole time. Mitsuki? You mean... Mr. Tanimura? That's me. You can call me Mitsuki though. Mr. Tamahara's Tanimura sounds kind of, you know. Oh, I see then. Then, Mitsuki, is it? Mitsuki. Somehow the transition from family name to given name feels far too fast. I only known you 5 minutes. Don't you think we should slow things down a notch? That's what I want to say, but since I'm the one who suggested it, we increase formalities in the first place. It would probably sound ridiculous. Hey Mitsuki. Hey Mitsuki. Tama seems glued to her mother's side like a needle. Colonel Sticky Rice blinks at me curiously. Your face has gone all red. Oh, it has? Hey, you don't get sunburns, you didn't get a sunburn, did you? No, I'm fine. Maybe I should change the subject. That sounds pretty good right now, but no. So, Himura. Hiro. Himura. If you want to call me... Oh, if you want to call me... If you want me to call you Mitsuki, you should probably use my given name too. It would feel awkward otherwise. So, Himuro. Himuro. Fucking piece of shit controller. Fucking spend fucking $250 on this shit and it breaks in a fucking 2 months. I don't mind either way. But it would make you feel more comfortable then. Well, I don't mind either, really, but... With a small, soft smile, Himuro brushes a few strands of dark hair beside her ear. It's even harder to pronounce. Oh, God. I'm Kiriko. Kiriko. Kiriko? I'm just gonna say Kiriko. Kiriko. I taste her name on my tongue. Kiriko is a pretty normal name. In fact, it's so... Fucking God, man. Who? Fucking Mr. I got a fucking English degree. It's so Virgin. I'm just calling that word bean. It's so bean, I might be a bit disappointed, but I think it suits her. Himiko Kiriko. I guess that would make her daughter Himuro Tama. I know Kiro is a bit old-fashioned now. Kiriko. My parents have always been rather traditional, you see. I'm a little ashamed that she managed to figure me out. Are my thoughts that transparent? And I heartily try to reassure her. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Kiriko. I think it's pretty. You do? Yeah, that name suits you. I mean, you're pretty too. The moment I realize what I said, my face turns pale. I probably should have kept that on my own, on the down low. I didn't want Kiro to think I'm being too forward. And yet, to my relief... Kiriko presses her one hand to her mouth, her fingers curled together and giggles. She's laughing at me? As if this could be any more embarrassing. Huh? Why are you laughing, Mama? Did Mitsuki say something funny? It's nothing really, I just... I'm sorry, Mitsuki. I wasn't laughing at you. I thought it was rather charming how earnest you were. Oh, thanks. I was worried you'd get mad at me. Why would I do something like that? I don't know. We were total strangers and all, and I guess I was being a bit forward. Maybe, but you should... If you live in the apartment, that'd make us neighbors, sort of. I'd be happy if we get along in the future, and... I'm glad you think I'm pretty. No problem. So, Tama's your daughter, right? That's right. Tama's my precious daughter, and I love her a lot. I was so worried about her, but it seems my worries were in vain. Thank you for taking care of her, Mitsuki. Oh, it's no problem. Anybody would have done the same thing. Just bring a random stranger's child into your house without their knowledge or awareness. And, yeah, there's nothing wrong with bringing a soaking wet little girl into your personal housing without knowledge or consent, really. I'm not sure about that. People can be rather uncaring. Tama and I have lived in this apartment block for many years now, but I still haven't made any friends here. Most people look the other way when they see us. I'm sure they'd rather have their own lives to worry about, but a simple good morning would hardly hurt. Kiriko sighs and shakes her head. I'm pleased it was a kind man like yourself who found my Tama. I'm not sure what I would have done if I couldn't find her. I'm fine, Mama. Mitsuki is really super nice to me. He helped me look for the key and then let me watch TV in his apartment. And then Tama pauses. She puffs out cheeks in defense and folds her arms. He bullied me a little, but I don't know. I was gonna stand for that, and then he made me rise to apologize. He bullied you? Tama, tell me, where did he touch you on the stall? Where did he touch you? I dried her hair, or tried to. It got caught up in the rain and Tama was wet through. Oh, I see. Tama's quite stubborn about things like that. She hates having baths, too. I found that out the hard way. She was squirming so much, she nearly put one of my eyes out. I apologize for my daughter on my daughter's behalf then. Though that must have been funny to watch. I wonder if Kiriko usually laughs this often. She doesn't look like that type. She must be relieved that Tama's alright. I can tell at a glance that Kiriko really does love her daughter. That being said, being the case, why did she leave Tama on her own for so long? She was gone for 4 hours. Perhaps Kiriko noticed the caress in my brow because she sighs softly, her gentle laughter evaporating like a morning dew. I didn't mean to be gone for so long. A simple trip to the supermarket turned into quite an ordeal. I picked up Tama from school, and when my shift at work finished, I was planning to make her beef over rice. But we'd run out of beef and ginger, and I didn't want to leave Tama home on her own, but she was tired, and she said she was stay in and watch TV. I thought bringing her with me, but I didn't want to disturb her. That probably would have led her to a temper tantrum. I told myself it didn't matter, and it was only going to be gone for a few minutes. Big words mean the like. The complex expression on Kiriko's face tells me that this isn't what happened. Well, that and the fact I found Tama crying in the playground a few hours ago. On the way to the convenience store, there was an incident. A long pause before she settles on the word incident. Recuse my interest. I lean against the table, curious. What happened? Oh, I'm making it sound worse than it was. Actually, I'm alright now, really. I was a bit shaken at the time. You see, a man bumped into me while I was waiting to cross the road. I didn't think it was serious at first, just a simple mistake, but then I looked down and realized my bag had gone missing. You mean he stole it? That's right, but I don't know, didn't worry. You don't... That's right, but don't worry, he didn't hurt me. Or touch me. Yes, she did. I'm a horny, lonely MILF. I was so shocked I couldn't move. I just stood there frozen and shouted, "Wait, thief! He's taken my bag!" But not my virginity. Wait. Wait, thief, he's taken my bag. But it didn't take my ass. Looking back on it, it's a little embarrassing. Normally I would never dream of causing a scene like that. Ugh. Looking back on it, it's a little embarrassing. Normally I would never dream of causing a scene like that, especially in a public place, but it was the only way to stop the thief. I knew I'd never be able to chase him down on my own, and my bag had my phone and my wallet and my keys inside. You were right to shout out. You shouldn't have to worry about it inconveniencing other people. You were the one who was inconvenienced. Though inconvenience might be something of an understatement. So what happened next? The guy was caught, right? That's right. A crying passerby heard my cries, saw the perpetrator running away, and she just deducted what had happened. She restrained the thief for me and got my bag back. There's so many big words, and I'm so bad at doing voices. I would have been content to let go at that. I needed to buy my groceries, and I was worried about Tama, but the woman who helped me called the police. Kiriko sighs. I appreciated her help, of course, but I wish she hadn't bothered. I had to wait until the police arrived on the scene, and then they took me back to the nearest station so I could write out a statement. It took a long time, and I was exhausted by the end of it. I kept looking at the clock, wondering when I could leave. I kept thinking about Tama all by herself waiting for me. I was so worried. If you knew you were going to be gone for so long, couldn't you have called someone to look after Tama? I would have, but I don't know anybody who'd be willing to lend a hand. What about your parents? Wouldn't they help? My parents? Oh, no. Kiriko laughed bitterly. My mother might, perhaps, if she wasn't so wedged so firmly under my father's thumb. But it doesn't matter. The two of them live in Sagasokoga. It's too far away. Then what about your friends? If I had friends, of course, I would have asked them to look after my daughter, but like I said, everyone in the apartment avoids me. They act like I'm some kind of leaper. If I had friends, I wouldn't be here talking to you, 'cause I'd be getting some ass. My work colleagues and the mother who dropped their kids off at Tama's school aren't much better. I see. Does that mean Kiriko and Tama are all alone out here? Perhaps we aren't so dissimilar after all. The police were very nice. They mistook my anxiety about Tama's worries about my stolen bag, and they kept asking if alright and offering me cups of tea, but it didn't make me feel any better. I don't know how to tell them I was worried about my daughter. I was afraid they knew I left my daughter at home on her own. I'd be charged with neglect. See. I was supposed to be... And I suppose that would be fair. I was being neglected. I probably deserve to be punished. I deserve to be punished so bad. So come to my apartment later tonight and bring a whip and a pack of condoms and punish me. The thief inconvenienced me, yes, but I committed an even bigger crime this evening. I didn't Hey, don't be so down on yourself. You didn't know your bag was going to get stolen when you went out. But I shouldn't have gone out. I should have gone out on my own to begin with. If I hadn't left Tama behind, none of this would have happened. I am really a poor excuse for a mother. I hope you can forgive me. Kiriko bows her head in subjection, but this gesture only serves her to make me sigh. Why is she apologizing to me anyway? You don't need to do that. You know, I'm not angry with you. But it's because of my carelessness that you had to look out after my little girl. It would have been perfectly understandable if you were mad. But I'm not. So you don't need to worry about it. If you really want my opinion, I think you're being way too hard on yourself. Really? That's right. Your bag was stolen in the middle of the street, but instead of being angry, you were afraid of bothering people with your problems. The criminal who took your bag was caught, but you were more worried about returning home to your daughter than pressing any charges. When the police questioned you, you felt as though you were the one who had committed a crime instead. And now you're trying to apologize to me after everything you've been through. I don't get it. But I imposed on you. You had to look after Tama in my stead. You never asked me to look after her. I did it out of my own free will, because I wanted to, and I'm glad I was able to help out. If anything, I should be thanking you. Huh? What do you mean by that exactly? Well, in a way, I think I'm like you. You are? I've been living in... Kawasaki for a while now, but I don't know any people who might live in this apartment. I haven't made any friends, and my family all live out in Omori. I thought I was gonna be on my own out here. I'd already tried to make peace with that idea until today. First I met Tama, and then I met you. You're the first person to come into my apartment as a guest, and you're the first person I've been able to serve tea to. All my life I've been sitting alone, playing Nekopar with Mount bounciness on. I know we're all strangers, but we all live in the same building, like you said. That makes us neighbors, and I draw a deep breath and bow my head. I'm happy I was able to meet you, Kiriko. It's all thanks to her. in this cold, rainy this cold, rainy evening, which was shaped to be a total write-off, ended up touch less lonely than per usual. I think that's something to be happy about. Kiriko blinks at me for a few moments, perhaps unsure what to say. She frowns, her eyes lit pursued before. Oh, Mitsuki, take me now. A very small smile, then thin as a piece of thread, captures her lips. Thank you for reassuring me. I'm happy to know no ill will between us because of this. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm glad I was able to meet you too. I had no idea I had such a reliable, wonderful person living so close to me. Wonderful, huh? I'm not sure I'd quite go that far. And I didn't think Kiriko really needed to bow to me either. It's not like I'm an emperor or anything. I'm not a Kaiser. I just plain old I'm just plain old Tamara Mitsuki, not the actress, but some painfully average guy who still hasn't graduated from university despite being in his early 20s. To be fair, you don't really graduate that quickly being in university. Just saying, because you could do multiple different things, you could be taking several things. Sometimes it could take you like 5 to 6 years depending on what you're taking. I'm nothing special. Certainly nothing to write home about. I'm just one of the many that drift through life aimlessly, like a goldfish in a bowl. I'm just like a goldfish, swimming endlessly in circles and shitting out lines of shit. But I slightly feel less useless today than I usually do. It's not a huge milestone in my shiny new life. Trademark. But it's a milestone all the same, and I'm glad today it happened. Finally, for the first time since I moved to the city, I might have managed to make a new friend. And possibly a new lover. I feel like I just got flashed. I swear to God, I saw her laying on a beach, almost completely naked. Hey, what? There's a bunny outfit? Huh? Oh, yep, I was definitely right about that. I guess that's what I look like. Kinda look what I look like right now, except for I don't got brown eyes. Oh no, there's gonna be multiple characters in the future. I'm gonna have to do different voices. I'm already struggling to remember which voices to do now. I think I should end it here just because it's been an hour. And I don't want to play this game too long because I want to try other games. So we end it here. See you the next time I decide to play this game.